Hi, I'm Anime Saved My Life, and this video is made possible by my imaginary girlfriend. She's always helping with my creativity. Hello there. I just woke up from a nap. I took a low rest to get back to get my head in the game, get recharged, so I could get to work on my apartment, get to work on studying, and get to work on improving myself. In this video, I wanted to talk about two of the songs that helped me. The first one is The Last Night by Skillet. Um, I have times when I'm in a very dark place and I feel like it's going to be the end. Um, I have a few illnesses like autism, bipolar, and PTSD um, from things I've been through. So, The Last Night by Skillet, if you actually pay attention to the lyrics, it makes me feel like I'm not alone. Um, and then Um, their song that I can think of is I really like Campione because it has my waifu Liana in it. So there's an AMV of Campione, and it's got a song by 3 Days Grace called The Mountain. And that song really helps me because in it talks about a reference to a mountain that you keep climbing and climbing. You never get over it, but you're still surviving. You keep climbing and climbing it. You're never getting over it, but you still keep going. So that's what it's like for me. It's like the PTSD. It's like the mental illness. It's like my struggles. It's like I'm never getting over them. I keep working on them. I keep working on them, and I keep surviving. So that song really helps me. So if you want to look it up, it's Campione, The Mountain. Um, so these are just some songs that really help me. You might think, how does a neckbeard have PTSD? But um, my fans know this. They've watched my videos. They know about it. But for those of you who don't know, they're just tuning into this video for the first time. I was, for starters, subjected to crimes of a particular nature in school. So also, girls in school were allowed to publicly make fun of my parts for the entertainment of small crowds. Um, the administrators didn't care. They wouldn't do anything about it. They thought it was acceptable. So, I mean, it's like if that wouldn't affect my outlook on life, I don't know what would. You know, it's like girls would be allowed to make fun of my parts for the entertainment of small crowds. They would entertain small crowds by making fun of my weight. They would tell me they liked me just to laugh behind my back with their friends. They would lie to get me in trouble. They would do all these things, and the school made it perfectly clear this behavior from women was perfectly acceptable. And I went through 13 years of this stuff. I mean, not all that was 13 years, but that part was 4 years. But all throughout high school, and as far as the telling me they liked me just to laugh behind my back with their friends. That started at least in middle school, possibly as early as elementary school. So, but school made it very clear it's acceptable for girls to behave this way. So, if that wouldn't affect how I would view society and view what I would think is appropriate behavior from women, I don't know what would, but you know. And school made it acceptable that, or made clear it was acceptable for boys to touch me inappropriately. So if that wouldn't, affect me as an adult, you know, affect me growing up, that I was being taught it was acceptable for others to touch me inappropriately, that it was, you know, acceptable for girls to lie to get me in trouble, you know, or for girls to shame my parts publicly or to publicly make fun of my body. You know what I mean? Or publicly say I should wear women's underwear. You know, if I was taught in school that's acceptable for women to say, for girls to say that, so that wouldn't affect how I would think women are like grow in the adult world, because obviously it's acceptable in school. So why wouldn't I think growing up that it would be any different as an adult? You know, so because school is supposed to prepare you for the adult world, it's like if it's completely acceptable in school, how is it not acceptable in the adult world? So, but yeah, those are two songs that really helped me. Skillets the last night, and 3 Days Grace is the mountain, which I watch in video, an AMV from Campione. But yeah, that's a little insight into me. Just want to share that. Those are some songs that helped me.